Good morning, dear hearts. We are now on lesson 54 in our review. Please subscribe. So in the past few lessons, there's been one word that I've used as a link for all of the lessons, all of the 5 lessons we review. The first one was judgments, the past, and then yesterday was insanity. Today there's actually 2 words, but because they happen simultaneously, I think it's going to work, and it's thinking and seeing. The thought comes first. The thought is the cause. What I see is the effect. And today's lessons are all about thinking and seeing. So the first lesson we're reviewing is I have no neutral thoughts, and neutral thoughts are impossible because all thoughts have power. Our thoughts are so very powerful, and I often say that, we minimize that. We don't really realize how powerful our thoughts can be. Every thought we have is a cause, and it has an effect, and the effect will be the result of whether the thought I'm having is coming from my egoic mind and it's an illusory thought, or whether it's coming from my real mind, the mind I share with God, and then it is a thought that is going to help and lead me to awareness. The second lesson is I have no neutral thoughts. Well, that would be impossible because since every thought has an effect, it cannot be neutral. Something that's neutral has absolutely no effect. It just is there, okay? But my thoughts are not neutral. I don't have any that are. What I see witnesses to what I think, what I'm thinking, the cause. Now I see it. That's the effect, thinking and seeing. This lesson says, if I did not think, I would not exist, because life is thought, which will probably remind many of you, if not all, of the very famous quote from Descartes that I think, therefore I am. My thinking makes it so. My thinking makes me so. A little bit of Shakespeare in there. So let me look on the world I see as the representation of my own state of mind. Look at that one. So what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, the thoughts that are going in my head, now I project them or extend them outward, and that becomes my world. And so I also know that the world I see can change as well. I can change my thoughts. I can change my world. I am not alone. This is the third lesson for review. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. We are all joined. There is one mind. What I see, you will see also. And now this lesson brings in, it introduces, although the first time we had this idea of private thoughts, and there aren't any, was in lesson 19, which is the next review lesson. But this is 18. I am not alone experiencing the effects of my seeing. I have no private thoughts. I cannot see a private world. Whatever I am witnessing to is also being seen by the rest of the sonship. It says, even, and this is very, very telling, even the mad idea of separation had to be shared before it could form the basis of the world I see. That thought of separation, that tiny mad idea, was shared with the sonship, and now here it became my existence, my unreal reality. That's it. That's better. So again, whatever we share, we strengthen. A loving thought or a thought of fear, as it's shared, it's thrown out there, projected, others will have the experience of it as well as me. The lesson says, I can also call upon my real thoughts, which share everything with everyone, because my real thoughts are inclusive thoughts. My real thoughts are thoughts of love. And the world my real thoughts show me will dawn on their sight as well as mine. We share all of that. So my real thoughts and the world that is the effect of those real thoughts will be shared by the entire sonship. The next lesson, the fourth lesson, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I'm not alone experiencing the effects of my seeing and thinking and seeing. They go right together. I am alone in nothing, and this is a beautiful, beautiful little bit of text about the review of this lesson. I'm alone in nothing. Everything I think or say or do teaches all the universe. All the universe from what comes from my mind is going to teach the entire universe. So what do I want to teach? Do I want to teach thoughts of love and examples of love? Or do I want to teach fear and illusion and anger? I have that power because thoughts have power. All thoughts have power. And I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of those thoughts. A son of God cannot think or speak or act in vain. He cannot be alone in anything. We are one. We are one mind. We are all one part of the entire sonship. It is therefore in my power to change every mind along with mine, for mine is the power of God. God is the mind with which I think, which will be a much later lesson for review. And then the last lesson to review for today is I am determined to see. It's a declarative sentence. It's a declarative lesson. I'm determined. I'm making a commitment here. I want to shift every limiting thought I have to one that is of inclusion and one that is limitless. My small mind is limited. My small mind only is about me. But my expansive mind, my real mind, that part of my mind that is part of God's, I am determined to see through that part of my mind. Recognizing the shared nature of my thoughts, I'm determined to see. I would look upon the witnesses that show me the thinking of the world has been changed. As I change my thoughts, everything else changes as well. And I would behold the proof that what has been done through me has enabled love to replace fear, laughter to replace tears, and abundance to replace loss. I would look upon the real world and let it teach me that my will and the will of God are one. Both wills are one. One will that we share with God, and it is God's will for us that we understand the enormity of the love that He has for us. So that's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. Please pray that all of our minds will be healed and the thoughts we think will be thoughts of love and laughter and peace. And we will share all of those with the entire world, and the thinking of the world will be changed. Namaste.